We got a couple of lists here.
It's sponsored. Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State or hastergames.com.
Couple of lists.
Yeah.
Do you want to do dueling?
Is it dueling lists?
Kind of.
All right.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
I had this that I've had for a while, the 50 worst inventions of all time.
Worst inventions.
Yeah, from Time magazine.
All right.
I've done some of them already, but...
And?
I have 30 popular historical facts that are totally made up.
Things that you think are facts, but are not.
Go ahead, you start.
Okay.
The first one is, Einstein, he flunked math.
Yeah, I thought that was true.
No, he did not.
I never heard that one.
He failed his college entrance exam because he bombed the botany, zoology, and language sections. He did just fine on the math
That's where
part.
they come from, where it comes from.
Yeah, did not fail math, but he did struggle to...
Among the worst inventions of all time, auto-tune.
Disagree.
Says a technology that can make bad singers sound good and really bad singers sound like robots. And it gives singers who sound like Kanye West or Cher the misplaced confidence that they too can croon. Thanks a lot, computers.
Cars were invented in America.
Oh.
Not Henry
No.
Ford.
Not Henry Ford?
Nope.
No, he invented the process for assembly line and making them.
Oh.
Nicolas Cugnot, a Frenchman, was the first person to actually create a vehicle in 1769. It was a steam-powered car, and he made it for the French military.
Oh.
And the Ford was not even the first car sold in America. Ransom Olds,
Yeah.
the Oldsmobile, was the first car
Really?
sold here.
Okay.
Worst inventions of all time. How about Honeygar? It is exactly what it sounds like. Invented in 1959 by Dr. DeForest C. Jarvis, Honeygar was equal parts honey and apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to drink it. And it was supposed to be healthy.
It's supposed to be healthy.
The honey helps the medicine go down.
I was going to say, because that
Yeah, bad invention.
could be tasty.
A bad invention.
All right.
The founding fathers founded this country on religion.
Oh, I knew that. That's not true.
Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin were deists, meaning they believed in God but did not subscribe to any specific religion. George Washington was Episcopalian. John Adams was Unitarian. John Adams even claimed the government of the United States is not, in any sense, founded on the Christian religion. If there was any source of faith or influence on the founding fathers in the country, it would have been that of deism. So just a general, we think God is a thing, and but not any specific Christian.
Yeah.
That one I knew. Okay.
Worst inventions of all time, pay toilets.
Yeah.
Just, you know what that is, pay toilet. You don't see them much.
Nope.
But you used to.
Yeah.
You got to pay to get into the toilet.
Washington had wooden teeth.
That is not true.
Not
they were
true.
made like of ivory or
Yes.
deer's hooves.
Or
horn
even, dentures at the time were either made from ivory or dead people's teeth.
Dead people's teeth that
Yeah.
you put in your mouth.
Well, they clean them off. Let's see. Smell-o-vision. One of the worst inventions of all time. Did not last.
I don't know.
It didn't last because it was so stupid. But they would like a theater in a movie theater, and whenever like if somebody would be baking bread, they'd figure out a way to waft the smell of baking bread over the. It was stupid.
I mean, they refined it later for some of these Disney attractions, but anyway.
All right.
Paul Revere riding his horse shouting, "The British are coming! The British are coming!"
One up by land, two up by sea.
That did not happen?
The idea of Paul Revere riding through the streets yelling, "The British are coming," it makes for a good story, but it didn't happen. First of all, the colonies were technically British, so it wouldn't make sense to ride through the town going, "The British are coming."
No, we're already here.
What he did do, though, was ride through towns and whispering to people, "Oh, by the way, what he said was the regulars are coming."
The
And I guess
regulars.
the regulars were the...
So he was so this is just a matter of being misquoted.
Yeah, but we all have the vision of him yelling, "Oh, yeah." No, he's like, "Hey, yeah, by the way, they're coming."
Fake ponytails among the worst inventions of all time. Fake ponytails.
For ponies?
No, for people.
For people.
Yes. It says, really, if you're going to use a fake ponytail, it doesn't matter how much you spend on it. People can tell it's fake.
Cinderella wore glass slippers.
Well,
Cinderella's
not real.
Well, Disney films don't really put facts high on the list when they're making a movie. If you ever thought Cinderella's glass slippers seemed very impractical, you'd be right. There's tons of variations on the fairy tale, but the earliest describes Cinderella wearing slippers made of white squirrel fur. And that sounds just cozy and warm.
It does, yes.
The tale was rewritten in 1697, replacing the word ver with ver, which sounds very similar, but ver means glass.
And that's where the
So it was a
mistake
Well, I'm
came.
glad they did that because I would have just, when I was a kid, I would have just been upset about the poor squirrels who gave their fur for her slippers. Here's another worst invention. Head on. You remember this? Looked like a chapstick, big head chapstick. Head on claimed to be able to relieve headaches by just rubbing it on your forehead.
I do remember that.
Yeah. The Better Business Bureau says Head On failed to provide any reliable testing to support its claims. Many doctors agreed there was no scientific basis that it cured headaches.
It was just like icy hot.
The company
kinda.
claimed that there was a homeopathic benefit.
Yeah.
Still, Head On commercials were more likely to prompt a headache than to cure one.
Sounds to me like with the way things are going today, the business, we could bring Head On back. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it would succeed just fine.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
All you'd need is the proper TikTok influencer to sell it, and you'd be fine.
I'm pretty sure I bought that at one time.
I'm going to get that.
Real